Welcome in, everyone. I hope you are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have some very exciting news to share, and that is one of the worst drug cartel bosses on the planet has officially been crushed by the United States. He is gone forever. He is going to face justice, or has faced justice, I should say, for the terrible crimes he has committed and the pain he has inflicted upon the American people with his criminal actions, his drug trafficking. We had to drop the hammer. The hammer has been dropped. And hopefully this is a sign that this is going to continue. So I'm going to get into it. We're going to break down everything that happened and much more. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's totally free for you guys and is a huge boost to the channel, as well as comment with your thoughts below. Also free to do. Also a huge boost to the channel. I'm trying to respond to as many as I can. Hit that bell above, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a single thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XDHookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. And as I've been saying in a lot of my videos recently, my DMs are open. If you have tips or information, or you know something about a story you want me to know, or there's something you want me to dig into, that's where you can find me. And I'm very active. I respond. I've been talking with a bunch of you in the DMs. It's been a blast. A lot of you guys have some crazy good information that you've been sharing. So thank you very much for that. Now let's get into it. As we all know, President Donald Trump made fighting the drug cartels a top priority for his administration when he returned to the Oval Office for his second term as president. He made it crystal clear he was not going to tolerate these people destroying our country, killing our people, poisoning our community, unleashing their pain, carnage, and chaos on the country. A lot of steps were taken. We had the military beef up border security. We put part of the border under military control. We've been flying spy planes. They've deployed thousands of troops to potentially strike the cartels in Latin America. Operation Pacific Viper, still one of the coolest names I've ever heard, is underway with at least 5 successful targets taken out when it comes to drug interdiction. So there are a lot of moving pieces. They are not playing games. The United States of America means business. And now one of the worst drug traffickers on the planet is going to spend the rest of his life rotting in a U.S. prison cell after learning his fate in a courtroom. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this up on the screen for y'all. Let me get this out of the way. It says cartel boss El Mayo Zambada Garcia pleads guilty to U.S. drug trafficking charges. So for those of you who don't know, this guy, this absolute piece of human garbage, was one of the main figures of the Sinaloa Cartel. For those of you who don't know, the Sinaloa Cartel is either the most or second most powerful drug cartel on the planet. It is the cartel that El Chapo ran. It is in a bit of a power struggle right now. So it's probably maybe number 2 at this point. But there was a time when the Sinaloa Cartel, undisputed, was the number 1 drug cartel on the world. This piece of waste played a huge role in them ascending to that level, in them becoming that powerful of a cartel. And of course, all the drugs, the weapons, the death that followed. He is a major figure. Well, I hope he likes prison, because that's where he'll be till he draws his last dying breath on this planet. It says ex-Mexican cartel leader Ismael El Mayo Zambada Garcia on Monday pleaded guilty to federal charges related to his role as the co-founder, like I just told you guys, of the Sinaloa Cartel, including drug trafficking, gun offenses, and money laundering. Zambada pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and 1 count of running a continuing criminal enterprise, the Justice Department said. He had originally pleaded not guilty, but last week federal prosecutors wrote in a court filing that he intended to change his plea. The Associated Press reported that in brief remarks in a court hearing Monday, Zambada apologized for his actions. He said, quote, I recognize the great harm illegal drugs have done to the people in the United States and Mexico. I apologize for all of it, and I take responsibility for my actions. Well, Zambada, or El Mayo, whatever you want to be called, I appreciate the apology, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything to us. You can't apologize after all the horrific things you did and expect that to be the end of the story. Expect that to be, oh, he apologized. Well, no big deal then. The death toll this guy is responsible for is devastating. So let's continue. In indictments against Zambada in both New York and Texas, federal prosecutors allege that Zambada and others in Sinaloa Cartel leaders were responsible for mass quantities of, you can read the drugs on the screen. YouTube does not like those drugs being said out loud, distributed in the U.S. He is expected to be sentenced to prison on January 13th, the AP reported. Spoiler alert, he's getting life in prison. This dude is getting slammed in a prison cell. They're going to shut the door and they are going to lose the key. How do I know that? Well, let's look at what Pam Bondi had to say. El Mayo will spend the rest of his life behind bars, called it. He will die in a U.S. federal prison where he belongs. His guilty plea brings us one step closer to achieving our goal of elimination of the drug cartels and the transnational criminal organizations throughout this world that are flooding our country with drugs, human traffickers, and homicides. Under President Trump's leadership, the Department of Justice is on the front lines of this fight. Zambada, 77, ran the Sinaloa Cartel along with Joaquin Guzman Lopez, known as El Chapo, until both men were arrested. Zambada was arrested in July 2024 at an airfield in El Paso, Texas. In addition to drug smuggling charges, by the way, real quick on that, El Chapo's son tricked him to coming to the U.S. because El Chapo's son is now working with U.S. authorities. He tricked him to coming to the U.S. so the U.S. could arrest him. They said they were flying to like look at some fields or something where they could plant whatever they were going to plant. And instead they flew him into Texas and arrested his ass. So play stupid games, win stupid prizes. In addition to drug smuggling charges, Zambada is alleged to have employed thousands of people in Central and South America, plus Mexico and the United States, to ensure the Sinaloa drug product made it to America. Prosecutors also allege that Zambada also employed hitmen to kidnap or kill anyone who threatened the cartel operations, which brought in billions of dollars to the cartel. So I'll pull that off the screen now. I've said it once. I've said it many times. We have to deal with these scumbags. We cannot let them unleash hell on our society and get away with it. Can't happen. Absolutely, under no scenario can be tolerated. So we need to find them, we need to capture them, or we need to kill them. This guy, El Mayo, he got captured, and now he's going to prison for the rest of his life. He will never be a free man again for the things he's done in this country. Personally, I think it's better if these people end up in body bags so that we send the message that we will find you, we will kill you. But if we can't do that, let's put them in a dark, dark dungeon. I'm thinking ADX Florence in Colorado, the most secure prison in the U.S. Throw them in a prison cell and lose the key. These are horrible, horrible, sadistic animals. And the war against them is just starting. Whether it's taking out their boats with helicopter machine gun fire, whether it's direct action strikes against them, or whether it's capturing their leaders and putting them in prison cells, it doesn't make any difference to me. As long as the job gets done, the job gets done. And I'm sure most of you feel the exact same way. So I applaud everyone who helped bring this guy to justice. I applaud everyone who played a role in making sure this got done. But I want to know what you guys think, because trust me when I say this is just the start. This is not the end. It is the beginning. And I want to know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys absolutely nothing. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. My DMs are open. You can go ahead and find me there. As always, I'll see you all next time.